Hey, Shalom, Shalom, call Loyam Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakodash. Double honors the apostles, elders at Great Millstone. Salutations to you, Akim, pushing the work in truth and in sincerity. All right, so this popped up on my feed. All right, Israelites curse each other all night, raw footage on Vocab Malone's channel. Now, I'm not going to play it, but it's an incident we've seen before with IUIC and ISUPK fighting over a street corner, or well, arguing over a street corner. All right, and all right, so a few things I was thinking about, man. I read the comments too, so this would really just drove me to do a quick lesson. Look at this, go ahead, read. Hebrew Israelites never fail to give me a chuckle. All right, I know we're supposed to be what it says in 1 Corinthians 4:9, that we're supposed to be like a public display. I forget it exactly. The apostles were sent. Let's see if I can get it real quick. I know we're supposed to be, what it say? What it said, 1 Corinthians 4:9, for I think that the Most High has set forth us, the apostles, last, as it were, appointed to death, for we have made a spectacle. There, that's the word I wanted. All right. So I know we're a spectacle, all right, but we're not supposed to be, made a spectacle in this light, where people are making fun of us because, we're arguing back and forth over a plot of land, or a plot where you go and teach, where we're supposed to be spread out anyway. You know what I'm saying? We're not supposed to be fighting over. But it just proves that certain individuals don't have the spirit of Yahweh Shai as we draw closer to the end. All right. All right. The Lord didn't appoint no, commanding General Yohana, man. All right, to sew up all the blocks in America. All right, it's just not true, man. And I'm not gonna play no more. I've seen that plenty of times. Look at this. This ain't the type of spectacle we supposed to be. All right. Okay. Look at that. And then Christians can use fuel against you guys. But hey, all right. Look, they're saying you lost. They're not supposed to. We're supposed to be convincing the gainsayers, but they're looking at you guys like, here's another comment I wanted to get. Let me see. Look at that. It's a joke. Your spectacle as a joke because you're not showing the fruits of Yahweh Shai. That men would be, pricked in their spirit to turn to the Lord. You're just out there, fighting and carrying on, and arguing and carrying on. And the scriptures tell you to put forth or put on as the elect, all right, of God. What goes into meekness, humbleness of mind, bowels of mercy. That's what it is, bowels of mercy. All right. Okay. And then you guys get mad at us for correcting you guys. All right. The only thing that, that we go back and forth with is the doctrine. That's what we're supposed to go back and forth with, to make sure your doctrine is on point. All right. But this ain't the type of publicity you want. All right. Okay. I ain't reading that. That's a woman. Look at that. False prophets versus false prophets, which is true. Because these individuals, they don't deal with prophecy. They don't deal in the spirit. The Lord, the spirit ain't dealing with them. Because if they were in the spirit, they wouldn't be fighting over they would be following the instruction the Lord is giving us, as far as us being out there on the highways and byways. All right. But it goes on and on. Look, so yeah, it goes on and on. You can go on this video and look it up yourself. All right. But the scriptures say here, man, all right. 2 Corinthians 6:3. We live in such a way. Oh, that's NLT. In fact, I'm going to read them both. All right. So KJV first, it says, give no offense in anything, that the ministry be not blamed. You see? And see, when you guys fighting and carrying on out there, arguing and carrying on, we ain't talking, y'all not talking about doctrinal. Y'all making it very carnal. Who, this is General Yohanes block, this is such and such block. Look, man, we in America, we in Babylon, okay? Ain't nobody blocked but Esau's block, and we're supposed to chant, and cry for the abominations that be done in the midst in this place. All right. See here, it says 2 Corinthians 6:3 in the NLT. It says, we live in such a way that no one will stumble because of us. You see, and people are stumbling because of these guys. All right. And you know what? That's blood is attributed to their hands, or there's blood on their hands, because they're not putting forth that example. All right. It says, we live in such a way that no one will stumble because of us, and no one will find fault in our ministry. Well, they're finding fault in the ministry because of what? Because you're not putting on as the elect, as the scriptures say, man. All right. So give me a moment. All right. So it says what? Colossians 3:12. Put on, therefore, as the elect of God, holy and beloved, bowels of mercy, kindness, humbleness of mind, meekness, long suffering. And look, man, this is who we're supposed to be. All right. This is who we're supposed to be, man. But guys want to be, they want to be the tough guys. They don't want to be no cowards, all of that stuff, man. So was Yahushua a coward for essentially giving over his life to, the wicked high priest who delivered him to Pontius Pilate? Was he a coward when he told Peter to put down his sword, and when he healed the ear of that man, okay, that came to get him in his last hour? Was he a coward? All right. These individuals, through the Spirit is being shown who the men of the Lord is. Okay. And we're going to get more of the shenanigans, and we're going to get more of the bull crap until the Lord starts to, bring forth his men. Because this ain't, Jake, a normal Jake who really ain't in the Spirit and don't know what's going on through the Spirit. He'll look at this as a melee and chaos, like the nation is just broken. No, the Lord is doing this for a reason, for a purpose, so He can show you who His men are. Okay, He's going to show you who His men are. All right, Colossians 3:13, forbearing one another and forgiving one another, if any man have a quarrel against any, even as Hamashiach forgave you, so also do ye. So you're supposed to forgive each other. Okay, yeah, that's my block. We teach there. You know what? We'll just move down the block. That shows the humility. And that goes to what Yahweh Shai was saying. If a man is your enemy, what it says, love your enemies. And that's what it's talking about, Israel, because Israel is the only one hostile to each other. All right. And I believe that the Greek word for that, love your enemies, I think, okay, it goes into that. All right. All right. Matthew 5:44. But I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, and do good to them that hate you. All right. And pray for them that which despitefully use you and persecute you. All right. So let's go into the word hate. Enemies. Who's it talking about? Ekthras. Okay. And here it says, hostile, hating, and opposing one another. Who opposes Israel more than Israel itself? No one, really. We hate ourselves more than anybody. Okay. So that's who the Lord was really talking about. He was talking about other Israelites. All right. Because Israel put on the show for the heathen, just like in the Roman times when Rome had rule. They would persecute each other for the sake of Caesar, for the sake of the Romans, You have individuals, give up our people, as in case with Yahweh Shai, to the Roman Empire, his own people. So that's what it means. Um, that's the enemies that it's talking about. But I say unto Matthew 5:44, sorry, Salaki. But I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, do good to them that hate you, and pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you. All right. And so we're supposed to be out there harmless. I know ISUPK, they got a way of always mocking the wisdom of the Lord. All right. I know one individual one of the head guys there was going into, is a coward if you use wisdom. All right. It's a coward. You're a coward if you use wisdom. And that's crazy, man. That's crazy. All right. That ain't what the Lord is. That ain't what he's teaching us, man. All right. So hold on. Let me get another precept. All right. So this is 1 Peter 3:9. It says, not rendering evil for evil or railing for railing, but contrariwise blessing, knowing that ye are thereunto called, that ye should inherit a blessing. All right. For he that will love life and see good days, let him refrain his tongue from evil and his lips that they speak no guile. Let him eschew evil and do good. Let him seek peace and ensue it. All right. And so that's the spirit that you're supposed to be in. All right. Here it says in the NLT, it says, don't repay evil for evil. Don't retaliate with insults when people insult you. You see? So what Paul going off by saying this? It says, instead, pay them back with a blessing. That is what God has called you to do, and he will bless you for it. All right. So it's not, we're not out here trying to be the big bad wolf, trying to be the tough guys. Because at the end of the day, the Lord is the tough guy, and he will try you on your works, and he will try your reign, your thoughts. He will try you. Okay. So don't perpetrate yourself as something that you're really not on the inside. Okay. Because the Lord is the one at the end of the day. He's the highest judge, and he does that. He'll try you. You don't care who you are. Just because you're an Israelite don't mean a damn thing. In fact, because you're an Israelite, you gonna be tested the most. All right. And that's what Jake just don't get. We're in those times where the Lord is revealing who's his and who's not, who's following him, his instructions, and who's not. Because if you live by Yahweh Shai's instructions, man, look, you're gonna be safe, man. All right, you're gonna be safe from the trouble to come, and there's trouble looming. They're talking about a debt ceiling, talking about a digital pandemic or something like that. Where the power is going to be rolling power outages and all type of stuff, man. People going to be really set low because we live in them times. And Jake ain't in the spirit to walk in the ways of Yahweh Shai to protect themselves from what's coming, man. The prudent foreseeth the evil and hideth themselves. And the foolish walk on and are punished, or something to the extent of that. So we about to see who the foolish is. We about to see who the wise are, and we got to follow Yahweh Shai, man. Point blank, period, man. Lord willing, this was edifying. I just some I wanted to touch on really quick, because they're just the scriptures say abstain from all appearance of evil, man. We supposed to be a beacon of light. All right, we supposed to be doing this truth. All right, and the only quarrel we have is against doctrinal, say the right thing, saying the right thing, because we don't want the blood on our hands when Yahweh Shai shows up. All right. And we don't want that shame. Okay. We get on other camps and they get mad at us because of the doctrinal issues, man, what they're teaching. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with that. The scriptures talk about that. Talk about correction and I think I'm not sure if it's in Peter. All right. Second Timothy 3:16. All scripture is given by inspiration of God and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness. All right. So Jake get mad at us, other Israelite camps get mad at us because we instruct, we reprove for correction, for instruction in righteousness, because we're trying to instruct you in the right way of doing it, the right way of saying things. All right. And it is what it is, though, man. Hey, Lord willing, this is edifying. I really would want to just, touch on that through the Spirit. And yeah, it's almost camp time. So shalom.